Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Solar Horizons Tarot. I'm doing a look ahead at the year for the sign of Sagittarius. This is a collective, so if it does not sound familiar, if it does not fit your situation, then it is not your story. We are going to start out in January of this year and end on December. Let me know in the comments if this did resonate, if you enjoyed this or want to see future content. Leave a like, share, subscribe. But let's get this started. I've already shuffled. I'm just going to cut the deck. Oops. The slick cards. Alright, clarify, same thing, already shuffled, just cutting. Main months or big months for you as far as maybe some big shifts in energy or prominent, significant months. I mean, obviously any month really, but I say bigger shifts of energy with the majors. So we have June, September, November, we'll go over those. Alright, let's get this started. So starting out for January, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card about fear, worry, anxiety, stress, sleepless nights. It can talk about, hold on one second. Mental health issues, struggling in some way, but being in your head a lot. Feeling mentally overwhelmed. We're going to see why that is. We have the Chariot, so that's Cancer energy. It could have to do with something that, big transitions that you're making, big changes. Possibly some of you are worried about a vehicle or movement in general. Maybe a lack of progress or how something is progressing. So we're going to clarify and see what comes up. Tell me one more with the Chariot and the Nine of Swords, please, for the month of January for Sagittarius. Now this part, if it is your reading, this part should resonate for you because we're in this month. So if this does not resonate, this might not be your reading, but let's see what else comes out. Tell me one more with the Chariot and the Nine of Swords. Some of you could be having vehicle issues. Some of you could be worried about a move, travel. Maybe you travel for work or business. Tell me one more with the Chariot and the Nine of Swords, please, for January 2023. I don't know why I said the year. Tell me one more. Alright, 3 shuffles. That's 1, 2. One come out. This is a 4 of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. So that is your energy there. The Knight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag, specifically Sag. So there could be some fears that you don't want to face, you don't want to deal with. Some action that you're afraid of taking. For some of you, this could be like reoccurring nightmares or things that keep you up at night, prevent you from sleeping. I'm going to see what that's about. But the 4 of Cups is kind of like emotionally dissatisfied, a loss of faith, hope, optimism, disinterest, disillusionment or disenchantment with something, possibly an action or a direction. It could be a person. It could be just the direction your life is going in general. You're unhappy with where you're at. You're no longer happy with where you are. So tell me about the 9 of Swords, please. Why is that here? What does it represent? Why is the 9 of Swords here? Why is there so much worry, fear, anxiety, stress for Sagittarius in the month of January? What's robbing you of sleep? What's robbing you of peace of mind? What's going on with that 9 of Swords? Tell me about that 9 of Swords, please, for Sagittarius. Okay. We have the 5 of Wands. So this could be something that you're struggling with internally, like internal conflict. Usually the 5 of Wands is like minor disruptions, minor disturbances, minor issues, but with the 9 of Swords we tend to complicate those things. They're bigger in our head than they are in reality. The 5 of Wands can also be like outside or external conflict that's like creating drama, distraction, chaotic energy, or just it's stressing you out. Other people, other situations could be the thing that's stressing you out here with the 5 of Wands. So it could be internal, or it could be something going on externally, or it could be both. You're kind of at your wit's end though with that 9 of Swords. You're getting close to kind of just your wit's end. Tell me about the Chariot. Why is that here? What does it represent? Why is the Chariot here for Sagittarius? 3 shuffles. We did have the Queen of Pentacles come out, kind of weak. So 1, 2, an earth sign possibly, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Four of Swords. Okay, for some of you, your health may have affected something to do with your progress, your momentum, your advancement in some way. For some of you, this could be a person. For some of you, the Queen of Pentacles could represent a job. So you're unhappy with where you're at, maybe personally, like within your career, you're unhappy with your position within a career or your financial security. For some of you, you may want or need a break, or maybe you were forced to take a break from work and now you're worried about what that's going to do to your finances. Again, for some of you, that could be a health situation where you missed work because of health or somebody else's health possibly. This could also talk about a lack of communication with someone, and it's kind of caused a breakdown in communication, but you're worried about a lack of communication. The fact that you're not on speaking terms with someone. So there's several different ways this could play out. We're going to see more how it progresses. But the main thing here is worry, fear, stressing out about something. So tell me about that Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. What's going on there? Tell me about the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. Keep in mind, this is the main theme of the month, so we got a couple cards here. First one to come out was the Camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Okay, so that tells me that you are making mountains out of molehills. You are inflating like minor issues and turning them into bigger issues in your own head. You're overcomplicating, overthinking, or overanalyzing things to the point where it's causing you more stress than it may be necessary. That everything that you're facing within your head is you can't overcome it. But if you stay in that mindset, it becomes, it's harder. It's more difficult. We have basket, recognition, reward for merit. So this could have something to do with where you are in life. You're unhappy, like self-defeated. Or self-defeating, yeah. Wealth came out. So yeah, some of you, this is all about money, career, finance. We also have flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover. So for some of you, that might also kind of tie in with other things. This whole thing, it might tie in. Alright. So let's look at the Chariot. Alright, well, family wishes come true, so there could be a family situation tied to this. Maybe you are the provider, or maybe it's, the parent of your child, or maybe you're dealing with someone who is a parent. The Queen of Pentacles can represent a mother, but does not have to be a female. You can talk about a father, but it is more feminine energy. Tell me one more. One more, please. Maybe you feel, for some of you, you're going on a path that others wanted for you, and it no longer suits you. You followed your family's wishes and until now, or it's starting to no longer satisfy you, that life. Or it could be that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Fan did come out. Romance celebration party. Yeah, for some of you this might be like starting to question the direction that you took your life based on what your family wanted. Whether that's like your parents, maybe your wife or husband or girlfriend or boyfriend. Alright, we have hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Maybe you don't want your family's help, but you're getting to the point where you might need to ask for help. You might need to like extend your hand to maybe people that you've been trying not to ask for help, ask for assistance from. Or maybe this is kind of advice that you should ask, seek help. Tell me about that Four of Cups. I kind of get this energy though of somebody that wants to do something, they want to overcome something on their own. But the fear and the stress and the strain of it is starting to wear you down. Tell me about that Four of Cups. Okay, gavel, involvement with the law. For some of you that might be a thing. Tell me about that Four of Cups and then Knight of Wands. Okay. So we had haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. So for some of you, you may feel like your situation is kind of karma, based on actions or past decisions that you made, and you're kind of dealing with the consequences, or you're blaming yourself in some way. You also have man and dog, protection from a powerful friend. So that kind of goes along with hand, in need of help, assistance, or guidance, and man. So there might be a male person, whether it's a friend, family member, involved in the situation, or you could be the man in the situation. Anything else on that Four of Cups? Maybe you're trying to avoid somebody else's karma. You don't want to get involved in somebody else's drama. You're just trying to do your own thing, but you're getting involved in a couple. Good grief. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Egg. Mountain road, you are on the road to success. And feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. So, okay, what I'm getting from this is that you don't trust anyone to help you. Whatever you're dealing with, you're doing it solitary. Like you want to figure things out on your own. You don't want to have to ask for help. I feel like maybe you're thinking that whatever you're dealing with is you got yourself in the situation and you want to be the one to pull yourself out because you don't want to owe anyone any favors, or it's your burden to bear or your burden to carry. You don't want to involve anyone else into your stuff. It's a couple different interpretations, but again, main thing is worry, stress, anxiety over where you are, what's not happening, what is happening. You're just stressed out about it, basically. Moving on to February. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab my water. Alright, so for the month of February we have the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords talks about a period of quiet. Can be like solitary confinement, rest, recuperation, isolation, withdrawing from others, a time of healing, prayer, meditation. the need to be alone or to be kind of introspective or reflective. Okay, and then, oh, there's that Nine of Swords. So we're trying to separate ourselves. Same card here, Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords. We're trying to separate ourselves. We may be getting a rest from that anxiety that we were dealing with in January. In February there might be a little bit less, but it's still with us. But with the Four of Swords, this is kind of like that quiet time that we need to regroup, to recharge. Alright, so let's see what else comes out. February might be kind of a quiet month and isolated, like where you kind of withdraw. Tell me about the Nine and the Four of Swords. You're still very much in your head though. In your own head, in your own space. Okay. There's your energy. Temperance, Sagittarius. Okay, yeah, we're trying to... Some of you, you may be kind of like healing from an illness, a sickness, injury. But this is probably more about... yeah, seeking some alone time, some quiet time in order to balance things out, restore peace, restore restore something, to heal something possibly. What are we restoring here with the Four of Swords and Temperance? We may take some time to ourselves, basically. What are we trying to heal? With the Four of Swords and Temperance, please. Sleeping dragons, let sleeping dragons lie. It's kind of interesting. Different deck, but this is a dragon here. This is a dragon, the dragon deck, but there's a dragon shown here. So maybe you're slaying your own dragons. Tell me about Four of Swords and Temperance, please. What's going on there? Three shuffles. One. Two. Yeah, you are withdrawing from something or someone, or just maybe even yourself a little bit. Emotionally withdrawing, mentally withdrawing, detaching, separating. Separating yourself. We're getting away from this energy. But we need peace and solitude in order to do so. Tell me about that Nine of Swords. Tell me about that Nine of Swords. Clarify the Nine of Swords in February. Queen of Pentacles. See, she was here, back here. Now she's in the reverse. So yeah, this could have been about a lack or a loss of a job, a loss of income. For some of you, it very well could have been like your health took a turn for the worse, or you are suffering from some kind of health issues, or maybe someone close to you is. A lack of stability, abundance, prosperity. This could be another person though. This could be worry and fear and anxiety about a person that you're dealing with, whether that's a family member, a coworker, a friend, or a romantic partner. But now she is in the reverse. So this is what's stressing you out, this Queen of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign, does not have to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But whatever it is, you're trying to separate yourself from that. Whether it's a person or a situation, or you're taking the time to heal and restore some kind of balance, peace, harmony. And in order to do that, you are emotionally detaching. Okay, let's see what came out. Mountain. Yeah, major challenge to overcome. One more with that Four of Swords, please. Anything on what that major challenge is? Okay, for some of you, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Now that you did have that Five of Wands, sometimes that can talk about jealousy, people acting out, drama, gossip. So for some of you that might be the case. You might be dealing with some drama and you're trying to separate yourself from that. Okay, so yeah, this could be in romance or business. It says a marriage will take place either romantic or business. So this could be within the workplace. You're dealing with like gossipy co-workers. Or this could be in a romantic partner. Maybe it's family members, in-laws. I'm not keeping that. Tell me about that Nine of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe some of you have thrown yourself into work and you've kind of like exhausted yourself, and that's why you need the time to rest. You're exhausted from work. There's way too many. I can't do that much. Tell me about that Nine of Swords with the Queen. Okay. Mice. Discord among friends or family. So yeah. You're having issues with family or friends or both. Anything else on that Nine of Swords? You've chosen, or you are choosing in the month of February to separate yourself from a situation that's causing you a lot of drama or discord. So we have 3 here. Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Harp, great happiness, and finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So you feel like by detaching from this person or this situation that this will solve a lot of your issues. That the only way to solve your issues is to separate yourself. Tell me about Temperance and the Eight of Cups. Tell me about Temperance, please. It could be that someone has chosen to walk away from you, but being that this is your card, I think that's you. Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Some of you may also, be taking care of someone who is ill, or someone may be taking care of you while you are ill, or out under the weather or injured. We also have Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Maybe you'll be giving a precious gift to yourself by helping yourself out of a situation in the month of February. Separating yourself is you giving yourself a leg up here by detaching. Alright, let's move on. To the month of March. So March, we have the King of Cups, the can be a water sign, does not have to be. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Page of Cups, okay, very, very, very well could be a water sign. Let's see what else comes out here. This could be reconciling, forgiveness, apology from you or to you. Tell me one more with the Page and the King of Cups in the month of March for Sagittarius, please. One more. Tell me one more with the Page and King of Cups for Sagittarius in the month of March. This could be you making amends. Three shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're open to something here in the month of March. You're open to maybe communication or bridging some kind of gap, possibly with this situation. Like after you've taken the necessary time to heal, by the month of March, you'll feel a little bit more emotionally ready to discuss things or to at least listen, be receptive to. Let's look at this King of Cups. We also have Pisces, Aries, but mainly Aquarius there with the Fool. Tell me about that King of Cups. Why is that here? Who or what does that represent? Tell me about that King. Okay. Yep, this is you. You're ready to face something, you're ready to take charge of something, you're ready to initiate something. I think it's just clarifying that the King of Cups is you, your energy. So let's look at that Page of Cups. What's going on with the Page? Why is that here? What does it represent? It could also be a... no, it's you. Tell me about that Page of Cups. Who or what does that represent? Tell me about that Page of Cups in the month of March. 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. Yeah, it's almost like this energy, well, now that the cat's out of the bag, you're ready to face something here in the month of March. Maybe address something, confront something, acknowledge something, or you're ready, just you're open, more open or receptive to talking about it, communicating about something, expressing yourself, or allowing someone else to express themselves. It's almost this energy of like, okay, well, let's get this taken care of now. I've had my moment, my time to myself to like think about things, and now I'm ready to deal with this. For others of you, this could be just like ready to move in a whole new direction though, because that's what the Fool can talk about, new beginnings. But let's look at the Fool. Why is the Fool here? What does it represent? Eight of Wands. Yeah, you could be ready to communicate something, but I think this is about moving forward. So it might not be about reconciliation as much as it is just going in a new direction. You, in January and February, you kind of are at like an energetic low, but by March you're ready to face something again. You're ready to move forward, you're ready to move on with your life. You're ready to take charge of it. It's much better energy especially for you. Yeah, we got the sun just come out. So this is about facing a new day. I don't think it's as no, you could be talking and communicating about, you know, whatever was back here, but I get more of this energy, like that's Leo too. I'm just ready to start a new chapter. I'm ready to move on with my life. I'm ready to start a new beginning. Move away from the old energy. You may be very well ready to let something go and just move on. You've emotionally completely severed whatever it was in those previous months that was like robbing you of your or your joy or your emotional capacity to, you know, be in this energy. And you are emptying your cup, literally. That's the picture, that's the depiction in the card. Tell me about the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands. Good grief. You keep giving me... Yeah, for some of you, someone has disappointed you for the last time. Tell me about that King of Cups with the Knight of Wands. Tell me about that King of Cups with the Knight of Wands. Okay. We're at 3. Warning you of a problem either now or in the future. Again, finger comes out. Announcement. And crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Heartache over what you no longer have with the Spear. I think you're over that. I think that's the thing you're letting go. Tell me more about that Page of Cups and the Four of Cups. It's like you don't want to hear an apology for someone. Like you're willing to listen, but at the same time you're not going to take it seriously because you've already you've cut your losses. Could be dealing with an older man. You could be the older man. Tell me about that. Okay. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. I'm not really sure. Some of these. Yeah, now that you've seen somebody's true colors, or the reality of a situation, if it's not a person, you're no longer going to be able to look at it the same. So that's how you're able to detach from it. Tell me about the Fool, the Eight of Wands, and the Sun. Tell me about the Fool, the Eight of Wands, and the Sun for Sagittarius. Okay. A period of ill health and depression. Okay, so some of you, yeah, that's what stopped you. It was ill health, bad health, or it was depression. And now, by the month of March, you're back in your, you know, your higher vibration, your higher energy, and you're really looking forward to. You're becoming much more positive, more assertive, more dominant, more ready to face the day, fight. With the announcement of honor and respect will come to you, warning of a problem either now or in the future. I think this is about whatever you left behind. And you don't really... That's not holding you back anymore. It's almost like you're saying or thinking, that's not any of my concern anymore. I have released myself of that situation, of that person. One second. It's like once you cut yourself adrift from that, it's kind of like old news, and you're ready to move on, basically. You're not going to stay back there in that energy anymore. You're going to move on, move forward. You might hear the other person out, or you might like allow yourself to think of whatever that was. If it's not a person, you might allow yourself to think back on it. But it's not anything that kind of cripples you like it did back here. Moving on to April. Knight of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy there. Eight of Swords. Okay, so we're kind of going backwards again. Possibly. But with that Knight of Swords, it's almost like getting ahead of a situation before it can get bad. Like, you know where you were mentally is not where you want to be again, so before it can get that way, before it can undermine you, you get ahead of it. Let's see what comes out. But that Eight of Swords is feeling trapped. Five of Wands again. So yeah, similar energy. So whatever this was might try to flare back up again in the month of April. More drama. Oh, Liam. Hey, they're on the chair. On the chair, baby. Alright, sorry about that. Everybody's sick. It's a whole deal. Alright, so possibly dealing with old drama flaring back up again. Maybe same situation, maybe a different one. Let's look at this Knight of Swords. I sense anger here, though. Anger about having to deal with this again. Tell me about that Knight of Swords. Why is that here? What does it represent? For the month of April. For Sagittarius, okay. Yeah, Judgment. That's Scorpio energy. Yeah, you're making some kind of decision here, or you're expressing some kind of truth, like a final judgment, like making a verdict. Oh my God.
It's coming back with the puppy.
Okay, making some kind of major decision or judgment. Like I said, it feels like anger or frustration. Tell me about this Eight of Swords. It's like a call to action, but you're not happy about having to deal with it. Tell me about that Eight of Swords. Ace of Wands. Maybe you're getting on to yourself, though, like... Like you're frustrated with yourself. It could be others. Maybe it's both. Because something is getting in the way of an opportunity for you. And it's almost like your tolerance for it is very low to none. And so you kind of strike out in anger and make some kind of major decision. It's like you're pulling the rug, it's a curtain call kind of thing. Tell me about that 5 of Wands. Tell me about that 5 of Wands. Why is that here? What does it represent? Maybe it's all the old voices are coming back. Not to say that you're hearing voices in your head, but all the old things that you used to say to yourself or believe. You know, it's other people as well, that 3 of Cups. Maybe people are trying to distract you, but you've made some kind of decision. It's like you're not backing down, or you're not changing your mind. In the month of April, you're kind of like dealing with a problem, whether it's created by yourself, which is probably the case with that 8 of Swords, but others could be involved as well. It's like they're not helping to settle the situation, they're actually adding to it. Excuse me. Alright, tell me about that Knight of Swords with the Judgment. It could be like someone wants to reconcile with you, but you have no interest, you're done, and that's what you're telling them. Because I'm getting anger from this. Like anger itself, anger at others, both. Tell me about that Knight of Swords with Judgment, please. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, some of you are dealing with a man, some of you are the man in the situation. I do kind of get a masculine energy from all of this. You've had man come out several times now. Quill, get back to the basics. A man, dealing with a relationship with a man. Could be a man involved, or you could be a man, and that could be just confirming for someone here. But shield, you need to defend yourself. So some of you may have been accused of something, or you may be accusing someone, or confronted with someone, or you may be confronting someone. So whether that's incoming or outgoing, I can't tell which, but that's the same kind of energy that I was getting, was that you were trying to get ahead of a situation before it can get out of control again. Because it's trying to get in the way of some kind of opportunity or new beginning for you, new start. And you feel those walls closing in again. Alright, Kangaroo just came out. Unsettled times need to plan ahead. And that's what you're doing with that Knight of Swords. It's like you're spearheading this. Tell me more about that Kangaroo. Alright. Boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So it could have something to do with money, property, inheritance, some kind of winnings, or some exciting new venture, new opportunity. Possibly even a trip, a reunion, a celebration, something of that sort. Maybe somebody wants to reconcile or have some kind of reunion with you, and you're making the final, it's your final decision and you're making it. Tell me about that 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands with the 3 of Cups, please. Reconciliation. Somebody wants to reconcile with you, or maybe you do, but you're kind of like you're calling yourself out about it. Like maybe you catch yourself thinking about it and then you kind of like get onto yourself like, the hell are you smoking? Temporary problems. Also stork. News of a birth or new business opportunity. So maybe you have a choice between one or the other. Like a choice between two big things. One is a new opportunity and the other one has to do with something or someone from the past. And maybe you're a little bit angry about it's like a distraction. Instead of it being a simple direction you could go, instead you're kind of tempted or distracted by something else or someone else. You're a little bit angry that it's not simple. So I do, at the very least, there's frustration in the month of April, but I don't think you're going to let it get too out of hand. So there's a couple different stories there. I think you just don't want to get mixed up because you just left a situation where you were down and out, down for the count, and you don't want to get back there again because in March you really found your second wind. Alright, Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, mainly Libra, but does not have to be. Six of Pentacles. Tell me more. In the month of May, Six of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. Six of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords, please, for the month of May. The sign of Sagittarius. One more. Okay. Three of Cups again. So. Sorry, I turned that thing off and on so much. I couldn't remember if I hit record. You're a little bit more measured here. Where here it was like venting or frustration or anger. With the Queen of Swords, you're a little bit more chilled out, mellow. You're a bit more fair-minded. Let's look at that Queen. What's going on with that Queen? Tell me about that Queen. Tell me about the Queen, please. Why is that here? What does it represent for the month of May? Tell me about that Queen of Swords. Like your approach is more measured, more calm, cool, collected than it was in April. Same card. Like this is a decision that's made much more practically, much more, because the Knight of Swords can be a bit impulsive, a little bit rash, hasty with the way they approach problems. The Queen of Swords takes her time with it. She evaluates all the facts. She takes everything into consideration, careful consideration, where the Knight of Swords just kind of reacts to it. So you may be it may come up again, whatever came up here in April may come up again in May, but this time you're not as reactive to it. This time your approach or your thought process of it is a little bit calmer, more level-headed. Tell me about that 6. Justice, Libra energy. You're being more fair-minded, or whatever's going on in the month of May, it doesn't, maybe it's because in April it caught you off guard, and this time you were kind of expecting it, so you weren't thrown for a loop, or it didn't catch you on a bad day. Or some of you could be taking others or other things into consideration that require you to like take it seriously, more seriously than you did in April. Now in May, maybe you have the information that you need in order to make this big decision, because you still have this judgment here following you from April. Some of you, it may have to do with a legal situation, a court battle. If it's not that, it's just about getting what's fair, what's right. Getting out what you put in. Tell me about that 3 of Cups. Tell me about that 3 of Cups, please. Why is that here? What does it represent? Tell me about that 3 of Cups. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, Queen of Swords. Good grief. Alright, maybe for some of you, you're like the mediator in the situation. You are the calm head in the storm, or you are the calm voice of reason. I think, I'm pretty sure it has to do with whatever popped up here in April. In May, you're in a better position, in a better mindset, and maybe in a better space to make a decision or make a verdict. Maybe you're the one in the seat when it comes to making some kind of verdict or judgment call. It maybe has to do with friends. Like you may be the one calling the shots or helping someone make some kind of decision. But it's a much more fair approach than back in April. I don't get the sense of frustration and anger, irritation that I did in April, in the month of May. It's like you're in a better headspace. Or for some of you, this could be a positive outcome to some kind of situation where things were in the balance, and it came out that, you know, it was a fair verdict, it was a fair call. But I don't think so. I think you're the one that's having to make this, and you're in the right place or the right mindset to do it. Whereas back here, it aggravated you, or it threw you for a loop, or it caught you sideways. Tell me about that Queen of Swords with the Judgment. We had Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. That could be you, that could be who you're dealing with. Tell me about the Queen of Swords with Judgment. Maybe you had to like change your approach in dealing with a person. Like anger didn't fix the situation, it just made it worse. So this time you're trying a new approach and trying to be much more level-headed. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. I don't know what that has to do with. It could be somebody that has a crush, or you're in a relationship with, or you want a relationship, or they do with you. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. What I get from that is that you want what's fair, you want what's right, you want what you invest to be reciprocated. Whether that's in a relationship, or in work, or in family. So whatever's done here, you just want what's right. What's rightfully yours, or what's right for everyone involved. You just want it to be fair. Tell me about that Three of Cups with the Queen of Swords. Very strong Libra energy here, though. Tell me about that Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords, please. Okay, so the first one that came out was Cracked Cup, dissatisfaction with life. And then Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yeah, see, that's the Queen of Swords. She's been through it, she understands it, and this is how she can make those decisions, is because she's been there, seen it, bought the t-shirt. Maybe you are being like the voice of reason in a situation because you yourself have been through the gamut, and you now have the experience and the knowledge to help someone else. Or maybe it's just yourself, you've been through it before, and now this time you're prepared. This did come out, I'm not keeping it, but hidden secrets can harm you. So, a much calmer frame of mind in the month of May. And I think when it comes to this major decision, this major judgment call, you'll be in a much better mindset and place to make it than you were in April. Alright, moving on. You'll be taking everything into consideration and looking at it from a much more logical, practical, and fair-minded way. Alright, June. Tower moment. Big, well, let's just see before I say. Ace of Cups, okay. Tell me one more with Ace of Cups and the Tower. That's Scorpio, Aries energy. Does not have to be. Tell me one more with the Ace of Cups and the Tower. One more with the Ace of Cups and the Tower, please, for the month of June. One more. One. Two. Three. King of Pentacles. Alright, tell me about that tower. Why is that here? What does it represent? Why is that here? What does it represent for the month of June? What is the tower here? Alright, 3 shuffles. That's too many. 1. 2, 3. Something that shakes things up. The Tower is a big shake-up, big change, big shift, big energy that really disrupts the flow of things. It's very disruptive in nature. It can be good or bad. Well, not, I won't say, it can be neutral. It can be bad, it can be neutral. Sometimes it can be good, just depending on the surrounding cards. It could be like an unexpected offer. That's kind of what it feels like. Something that kind of comes out of nowhere. Possibly opens up some kind of a choice or a path or a door that you hadn't considered before, or that didn't exist before. But let's look and see what comes out. What is this Ace of Cups? Tell me about this Ace of Cups, please. Five of Swords just came out. Okay, it could be somebody expressing something here. It's like they do it with love, but at the same time it comes across kind of... maybe it's a misunderstanding in how it's received or in how it's delivered. But whatever this expression, this, you know, how they say it or what's said in general is kind of like mind-blowing or life-altering. It changes things in a big way, and it leaves you with some kind of choice. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strong Taurus. Does not have to be. Okay, so whatever this is, it forces a pause. It forces you to take a minute, or somebody else, but I'm going to say it's you. Like something is put on hold here because this choice is you now have a new option or something new to consider that you hadn't had before. And it comes in the form of some kind of communication, offer. Someone expressed something to you or offered you something, and it changes things in a big way, and it forces a pause. Now you have something to consider in a different way than back here. I kind of want to see it, but we really don't have time. Tell me about the Tower and the Two. What is this? What is this choice? Tell me about the Tower and the Two of Wands. I know I just saw one flip. I guess it re-flipped back into the deck. Alright, the first one that came out was Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. So yeah, you'll be receiving something here, but doesn't tell me what. Maybe it's the gift is the choice. Tell me about the Tower and the Two of Wands. Obviously it'll be different for everyone. A cat, two-faced friend. So that could be this person back here. Like the way they say this, it comes off wrong, or they say it all wrong. It could come across kind of like from ego or sarcastic. Like the way it's interpreted is wrong, or the way it's delivered. The delivery of it is harsh or thoughtless or possibly even cruel. Like maybe this is saying something out of love, but at the same time it's still hurtful. Tell me about that. Tell me about the Ace of Cups with the Five of Swords. You know what? I'll take two. Come on. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. God bless. I don't know what it is with you tonight, Sagittarius. Everything's coming out in twos. Ace of Cup and Five of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Cup and Five of Swords, please. Thank you. Yeah. Someone is extremely stubborn, unwilling to change. Beware of self-delusion. Keep those to the side. Similar cards that were coming out. Ladder and Torch, climbing towards success, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yeah, it's like somebody's giving you some advice or something here. Maybe you take it wrong, but at the same time, even though it's not well received, maybe it still opens your eyes to something and gives you a new pathway. One that you hadn't considered before, or one that wasn't possible before. And now you have to put everything on hold while you take this into consideration. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. It could be work related too. Alright, we have Bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, so maybe somebody tells you something on how to overcome something. But it's not advice you want. It's not the advice you wanted. One more. Okay, so happiness came out. This could have something to do with your happiness. Within work, within whatever. Someone working against you behind your back. So we have two cards here. Two-faced friend. Someone working against you behind your back. So maybe this is advice that somebody gives you, or something that someone says. And they're doing it in a way that's like, oh, I'm just trying to help you out. But in reality, they're really just trying to, in some way, undermine you or sabotage you. Like they're pretending to be your friend, or they're pretending to be helpful, but in reality they're actually trying to harm you in some way or hinder you. Maybe you have to reconsider a friendship here because of what they say. Like, oh, I really thought you had, my back, but now that I know that this is what you're trying to tell me to do, and I know that's not, what a friend would tell me or suggest to me, maybe I really need to consider if you're even on my side, that kind of thing. Like it's forcing you to consider your relationship. Or relationships. So, but regardless, I think it's an eye-opening experience, and it creates some kind of major change or choice. Alright, so July, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. One more with the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups for the month of July. One more with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. One more please with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Alright. It's like, feels like defending your freedom. protecting your freedom, protecting your self-confidence, your self-worth. Let's see. Tell me about that Nine of Cups. Tell me about that Nine of Cups. No. Almost like defending your choices. Seven of Cups. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like you're not going to allow anyone to disturb your peace. But internally, you're still confused. You're still disturbed by, I think, what happens back here in June. It gets to you on an emotional level, but externally, you're acting unbothered. It's as if whatever seed was planted back here, you're continuing to move in the direction that you had been. But you can't unplant that seed. You can't unsee what was shown to you or what was expressed or exposed. And you catch yourself thinking about it and considering it and starting to wonder, and it does kind of confuse you, or it tell me about that Seven of Wands. Tell me about that Seven of Wands. Tell me about that Seven of Wands for Sagittarius. Nine of Wands. Yeah, no, it says it's about protecting your peace. Protecting what you've built for yourself, what you're trying to build for yourself. And now your guard is up. You're on high alert based on what happened. Well, what's been happening, but especially what happened here. I think something kind of rocked your world in June, and in July, it definitely threw you for a loop, and you're starting to question everything that you thought you knew. And so now, yeah, you're on high alert. You're guarded, you're defensive, you're not allowing anybody too close. Because what you're trying to build for yourself is your main goal, it's your main focus. And you're going to continue to, grow your abundance, grow your kingdom, your empire, or whatever. Your financial independence and all of that. But you got to work with what you have. So it's not slowing you down. It did just kind of, it's almost like it exposed what was weak. And now those cracks, you can't unsee them. Like, once someone's pointed this thing out to you, you've never noticed it before, you've never taken it into consideration, but now that it's, now that it's out there, but at the same time you're you're still moving towards your personal sense of success, freedom. However, you're guarded. Your guard is up. All right. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. It's almost like now you have a justified reason to not let anyone close. That's what you tell yourself anyway. It's like, this is why I can't deal with people, because they add drama to my life. This is why I go solo. Alright, tell me about that Knight and Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Knight and the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to let anybody or anyone distract you. But at the same time, you're thrown off with that Seven of Cups. Something back here, and back here too, but here especially, really threw you for a loop. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. That's where your focus is. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. You're not allowing anyone to deter you, to distract you, to throw you off your goals, your ambitions. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's like family matters and romance is in the air. Yeah, nobody is coming, not even family. Like, you've completely set yourself apart. Romantic partners, for a lot of you, you're not with anyone. That is a singles card. But even if you are with someone, you act as if your behavior is as if you are single. Tell me about that 9 and 7, the 7 and 9 of Wands. A goal-oriented person. Yeah, it's just about not allowing anyone to deter you, to distract you, to catch you off guard. Tell me about the 7 and 9 of Wands. Sun. Happiness and well-being. That's what you're protecting. And this is why this is such a focus for you. Because when you allow yourself to get distracted, things seem to go to shit. That's what you tell yourself. So every time I take my eye off the prize, I lose it. So you get very single-minded in the month of July. And you kind of like keep yourself separate from others. It's kind of similar to that energy that we started off with, but this time it's much more like, this is for my own good. Alright, month of August. Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's like by the month of August, I'm better off alone. I don't work well with others. That's what you tell people. I'm a lone wolf kind of thing. Virgo energy there. Tell me one more with the Hermit and the Ace of Swords. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tell me about that Ace of Swords. Truth, clarity, realization. Okay, seems like an epiphany here. A moment of clarity. Tell me about the Hermit. It may even send you even deeper within. Tell me about the Hermit. Why is it? Tell me about the Hermit, please. Why is that here? What does it represent? Okay, whatever answer or clarity or insight you were waiting for, you get in the month of August. You get that clarity, knowledge, truth. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. Could be about work, career, money, your ability to provide for yourself or others. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. Could be about some information about someone else. Ten of Swords, okay. For some of you, there's a shocking revelation about the end of the end of a job. Something comes to an end here. It may force you into a position where you have to seek another job, seek work elsewhere. Tell me about that Ace of Swords with the Tower. What's that about? Tell me about the Ace of Swords and the Tower, okay? Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So for some of you, this could be about, the job market, something to do with finance. Some of you may go on a short journey. Sometimes this can talk about travel or long distance. But you may find out something that has something to do with money or work in the month of August. Tell me about the Hermit and the Three of Wands. You may go on the hunt or job search. Yeah, sorrow over a loss, and Carrot, opportunity or windfall. So yeah, in the month of August, this looks like you're going to find out something that affects your money or finance or career. Coming to an end, or could be someone else, but you're just attached to that. Like you'll be affected, like if you're in a marriage or in a relationship, or you have a roommate or something and they lost their job, then obviously that would affect you. Maybe one of your parents can't work anymore. Yeah, coins, it's about money. In the month of August, something comes to an end or changes. Money will be coming to you. It's about money. Not that money will be coming to you. Or maybe if you had financial aid, maybe that comes to an end. Like you're no longer able to pull on like disability or something, one of those types of programs. It could be taxes or something. You find out your taxes are late or will be postponed. Something that would affect your financial security in the month of August. Alright, so September. Strength, Leo energy there. Three of Swords. Okay, this just seems to be, for some of you, this could also be like if you were kind of financially dependent on someone else, maybe you're no longer able to depend on them for money or financial assistance or aid. Like a partner or, like I said, a roommate. In the month of September, it looks like you'll be dealing with that, trying to overcome that loss. I hope that's not like a literal loss, like someone passes or someone's, that drastic. Usually tarot isn't that literal, but it very well could be. So let's hope that's not the case for someone out there. But this seems to be more about overcoming a financial loss or disappointment. Knight of Cups. Yeah, trying to do your best to emotionally pull through. Tell me about strength. No, tell me about that Three of Swords. Tell me about that Three of Swords. Tell me about the Three of Swords, please. Why is that here? What does it represent? Despite some kind of lack of clarity surrounding why this happened or how it happened, you're trying to muster the strength and the courage to move forward, to get over this loss back here. Some of you may even have to like kind of how do I say, Knight of Cups. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. You might have to bite the bullet and talk to reach out to someone, not wanting to, but based on whatever this was that happened, you might have to go against your better. It's almost like you have to ask for assistance or help from someone, yeah, that you don't want to ask. Or maybe you have to help someone that you don't really want to help because of their situation. So you either have to like reach out to someone that you'd rather not in your time of need, or you have to help someone in their time of need even though you don't really, maybe there's like an old wound there. But for others of you, this is just about fighting through the hardship of what you lost in August. Whether that was job, whether that was financial assistance, or a steady paycheck. Maybe you lost a home, or tell me about strength. Tell me about strength, please. Tell me about strength. There we go. You feel something is lacking in your life. Love, money, or goals. Yeah, you're feeling the crunch. Tell me about the Three of Swords and the Page of Swords in the reverse. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay, so this could be maybe your partner lost their job and you're kind of disappointed in them or for them. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. So I think that everything will be okay if you just emotionally kind of deal with it. Try to stay as positive as you can. You're going to make it through regardless. I would clarify more, but I'm running out of battery life. So August and September are going to be hard months for some of you out there that this has resonated with. from up here. In October, we have an opportunity coming in. A really good looking opportunity. Something that could restore what you lost. Tell me one more with the 10 and Ace of Pentacles. Maybe it's financial help, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a raise, maybe it's those benefits that you thought you weren't getting. Tell me about that 10 and Ace of Pentacles. Ten and Ace of Pentacles, please. Okay, yep. Good news. Very, very good news in the month of October. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. Could come from a woman. Career. That was pretty simple. Tell me about that 10 of Pentacles. Alright. New job, career. Good God. Alright. Love it when it comes out that way. Just boom, boom, boom. Star. Restores your hope, faith. And yeah, look at that. Another one. Stepping into a new experience. So really good month in October. Really low and a really high. Alright, November, we have the Death card. Scorpio, ending, King of Wands. This could just be big change, big transition, big transformation. Death does not always mean bad. Tell me one more with the King of Wands and Death for the month of November for Sagittarius. One more with the King of Wands and Death, please, for the month of November. Alright, 3 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. 6 of Cups. Doesn't tell me a whole lot. What's Death about? I think that King of Wands is you. Tell me about Death. Why is that here? What does it represent? Yikes. Okay, never mind. Death is an ending here. Ending to possibly a friendship, some kind of relationship. Tell me about Death. Good grief. Couple. Alright, Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Okay, so it could be the end of a difficult situation. Time to act. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Tell me about that King of Wands. A change for the better. You did have success come out. Okay, so maybe this was that. It is an ending. It's an end to the bad situation. Like here we have an opportunity, a potential new beginning, and here in the month of November, we're out of, you know, it's actually transitioning into better days, into easier times. Tell me about that 6 of Cups. For some of you, this could even be the start of a new relationship, because we did have that compliment from an admirer. Obstacles to overcome. So yeah, we are overcoming the obstacles that we were facing back in the months of August and September. Not, you know, it could still be difficult that Death is there and the 3 of Swords. Waiting for news, package, or letter. Okay. So an end to the disappointment. Better days ahead. I was really worried there for a second, but just showing you the transition into easier times. But you've got to remain as that King of Wands in a position where you take charge, take action, show initiative, show drive, show determination. Two of Cups, King of Swords. One more for December with the King of Swords and the Two of Cups. This does talk about some kind of relationship, romantic or otherwise. One more with the King of Swords and the Two of Cups, please. One more. Okay. The Moon. Okay. I want to know what that moon's about. Why is the moon here? What does it represent? Knight of Pentacles. Moving, something about a relationship will be moving slowly due to uncertainty. As the King of Swords, you will be taking everything, kind of like that Queen of Swords, but as the King of Swords, you're a little bit more straight to the point. Very logical, very rational, very analytical, facts, you know, dealing with facts, not emotions. So you're going to be looking at this from a practical, logical standpoint. But it is going to develop slowly. In whatever way this materializes, there is some uncertainty surrounding this connection, and I think that's why you're in the King of Swords, because you're uncertain and you need to know more. You want to know more, but you only want the truth. The King of Swords does not do well with the moon, because it doesn't expose everything. Not everything is understood or seen, and he wants to know everything in order to make the right decision, the best decision, the fairest decision. Tell me about that Two of Cups. Okay. Someone will gossip about all your secrets came out, and Dolphin. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. I have no idea what that has to do with anything. Maybe somebody knows something about your past, and they come formed, or you do about them, and you form an opinion about them based on what you know or what you've heard, or vice versa. Tell me about that King of Swords. Beware of self-delusion. Okay, that's self-delusion sometimes, or delusion itself. So basically what the King of Swords needs to do is find out all the information. Don't base any opinions on anybody in the month of December on what you heard. Don't allow yourself to get someone twisted just because you heard this or that from the rumor mill. Is get to know that, or find out that information for yourself, basically is what that's saying. Yep. Hidden secrets can, or on the other side of things, you may need to be very honest and upfront and clear about your past with someone, because they may have gotten information about you, and you've got to clear it up, and you've got to be just totally transparent as the King of Swords if you want this connection, whatever this is, friendship, family, maybe co-workers, like people that you form a relationship, but it could be very well could be a romantic partner. This might be a situation where you kind of have to stand up for yourself and take control of, the truth. Alright, so we have some pretty interesting cards there. Alright, So, overall theme of the year, Magician. The year will play out how you make it. Where your energy is, where you, what direction you lead it in. Everything is up in your hands, and you are at the steering wheel, and you have to remember that. You can't let the circumstances lead you. There's going to be a lot of instances throughout the year where you're going to feel like things are out of hand or out of your control, especially, I think, in these months in the beginning part of the year, where you feel a little bit lost or led astray. Tell me one more with that Knight of Wands, and be careful of where your mindset is, because what you think is what you create. The Lovers. It could, you could be dealing with some kind of relationship here. But the Magician says that what you think, you create. So as long as you're heading in the direction that you want to be, and that you're clear on, and that you stay on top of that, then you can turn this into whatever year you want, kind of year. Like the quality of the year, you may not be able to change what happens to you, but you can totally and completely dictate how you move on from that. So it's all about manifesting, being careful of what you manifest for yourself. But also, heading the charge here. Tell me about the Magician. As above, so below. What you think, you create. What you believe, you create. Alright, so Archway, second time that came out. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So you are manifesting new opportunities, possibilities, and paths. That's this whole year. And, that did show up quite a few times throughout your reading. The Knight of Wands is you, Sagittarius energy. Tell me about that. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Just stick to, stay on point, because the Knight of Wands can be led astray. You can, get distracted. Someone new is entering your life. Marriage. So for some of you, you do have some kind of significant connection. You're either dealing with that, or you already have that, or someone is entering your life. Tell me about the Lovers. Period of prosperity and abundance. And you also have financial pinch. So some of you that are already in a connection, this could be a test to your relationship. You could be in a relationship where you're used to, having everything you want, and then it's tested when there's a financial strain on the relationship. But again, as long as you stay in charge, then you will be in the driver's seat. You have new home, new attitude. Some of you could be relocating, moving. Otherwise, Sagittarius, I'm running out of time. I know that thing's going to die real soon. Let me know in the comment section if you liked this, if you enjoyed it, if it resonated. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe if you want to see future content. And pretty good reading overall. There was a few rough spots, but overall, it was a very good reading. You have a lot of new coming your way, and a lot of testing, testing your